Welcome to Check It Out with Jessica Lee. Today's guest is Karen Hardy of Avaya. How are you, Karen?
Hi, Jessica. I'm very good, thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Karen is the VP of Product Marketing and Solutions here, and there's some really exciting initiatives happening at Avaya. Please, Karen, before we get into Avaya and the whole industry and all that, maybe you can share about yourself.
Sure. So I've been in the industry for 27 years now, and I've been in the communications and contact center industry. I started my humble beginnings in the UK, where I grew up, and I worked actually for a company who ironically was a reseller and a systems integrator for Avaya. So in a roundabout way, I've ended up being in this industry for a very long time. I moved to the US, to California, in 1999 with a contact center vendor, and have progressed, and I've been with Avaya for 7 years now.
All right. So you've seen the changes in the industry since you've been in the space for that long.
Yes, and I think in many ways, I would say that the fundamentals of contact center and customer experience have always been about identifying the customer, routing the customer to the right agent, the agent being able to correspond to the customer with the best skill that they have, and the business then being able to report on the outcomes. But what's happened in the last 5 to 10 years has the automation and the way in which customer experience is handled has become much more to the point where a customer can come in on any channel that they choose. They are much more, they're transacted much more through an automated application, so they can self-serve.
Yes.
And the agent has become smarter in terms of the information that the systems are providing to the agent.
Right.
So they can understand where the customer's been on the journey, and they can start to become more empowered in terms of how they interact with that customer.
And because of all this knowledge base and the agent having the technology to even sometimes suggest the answers and provide that really relevant information, the customer will get a better experience, not having to repeat the story, because I know as a consumer I hate having to repeat my story when I call or email. But at the same time, all of this automation has enabled companies to provide customer experience very personalized at scale, right? Because now you can automate so much of the processes, but at the same time be very personalized.
Absolutely. And I think you hear terms like artificial intelligence and being able to bring in artificial intelligence. This really can help to not only reduce operational costs, but it can also provide much more intelligence into those centers. And so things like, for example, quality management, where supervisors are assessing quality of those interactions, that can be much more automated now, and a system can really pick out the types of quality calls that are the best quality calls, as opposed to ones that actually need some help. So the ways in which the contact center and the fundamentals of the contact center are still in place, but the ways in which customers are supported, interacted, is much more intelligent now.
Let's discuss a bit about product marketing, because I know you've been doing that for a few years, and you've got a new initiative, which we can talk about that, but just touching base on product marketing, how has that changed for you in this product marketing work, since you have a lot more products now in the family, and there are changes in the technology, and also people are a lot more informed before they talk to a sales rep, they're doing the research ahead of time.
Yeah, so in the past, product lines have been supporting a specific product, whereas now we're looking at addressing business needs and business problems. and developing our messaging around solutions. So it's no longer about a product launch. It's really about the fundamentals of bringing various products together and articulating them as a solution. Now, the personas themselves, the messaging for IT, line of business, all need to be developed. And as you said, businesses are finding information much faster. So we have to become more digital savvy in terms of how we present Avaya and the value proposition that we bring to our customers and our target prospects.
One of the challenges that we hear a lot is that with product releases happening so fast, product marketing having to update a lot of the content and making sure that their partners and their Salesforce teams and all of those people, different audiences, need to be informed. How do you do that when releases are coming out so quickly?
So we do that through building out a launch plan, and with releases coming out, we continually add to the collateral that we have. We also use technologies that are enabling us to provide information to our sales teams and to our channel partners when they're in various stages of that sales cycle. So one piece of collateral or one piece of content at the early stage of an interaction with a customer or a prospect may be relevant, but then further on in the sales stage, things like demonstrations and the ability to show videos can become much more relevant as you're starting to close in on that sales opportunity.
Okay.
So we present content based on the various stages of the sales cycle.
Okay. Are you applying a lot of that processes and templates to this new initiative with the partner that you are working with, Verint? Right. There's a whole go-to-market initiative around that.
Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about that. So we've, as part of the product marketing function, I've taken on what we're calling a growth initiative with a partner that we've actually been working with for over 15 years now, Verint Systems. So they're a very complementary partner of ours that is really supporting much more of the agent productivity and that customer experience. And what we're looking at doing right now is seeing how we can take that partnership that we have and really use that as an opportunity for us to grow and grow revenue. And we have a very large complementary install base of over 5,000 customers. So that allows us to really be able to target those customers, but also attract new customers as well. So part of this initiative, I've formed a cross-functional team, and it goes from sales and sales overlays to the specialists, to really folks understanding the customers and the dynamics of what the customers have. And then using this cross-functional team to really come up with new offers and look at areas where this growth initiative can have the most impact.
Okay, so there are 4 major groups that you work with, and so you have to kind of influence these groups to achieve a common goal, a mission here.
Right, so it's all about working in collaboration and aligning with these groups. We've also got the same alignment on our partner Verint side. So we're working jointly together to really look at ways in which we can change and improve those customer experiences for our customers and for our joint customers.
Right. Okay, so it's like making sure that these customers remain with you and grow with you as the technology evolves.
That's right, because as we talked about some of the advancements of customer experience, leading to voice of the customer, leading to knowledge management, where the agents are greater informed as they're getting questions from customers. And these types of areas and advanced applications are ones where we're seeing the most opportunity.
Okay. It's Women's History Month, and I know you've achieved a lot of success in your career moving all the way to the VP level. I would like to get your, I guess, career advice or tips that you'd like to share with the audience on how do you get there?
Sure. So it's really about focusing on what you want, and to do that, it's being accepting to be part of perhaps an industry where it's still very much male dominated, but not letting it affect you. And so starting my career, clearly I would be in a room where it was all men and there was me. But after a time, I didn't notice it. And I think for anybody and any woman who is looking to advance a career in tech, it's about being yourself, and it's about being authentic in who you are, and not trying to focus on the fact that there's still a lot of men, but allowing yourself to be who you are, who you want to be, and build on that.
So play to your strengths is probably best, and knowing what you like and playing to your strength.
It is, yeah.
Okay. Are you part of any mentoring group or program? Or?
No, actually, yeah, so we do have interns who come to Avaya, and we have a summer program, and I'm generally part of that team that helps to mentor the interns. I'd love to spend more time with young career women who are looking to advance and be able to support them.
When you have 4 teams that you are trying to influence and get them to collaborate together, there must be challenges.
So yeah, I mean, the reason for this initiative is to really break down some of the silos, because there's a tremendous growth opportunity. But what we found is many cases functions are working within their own function, and they're not working across the team.
Okay.
So by building out this cross-functional team, we've been able to start to work together to really understand how the customer is, first of all, perceiving what they have, and then secondly, looking at areas of opportunity where we can add value.
Right. But how do you do that? How do you get them to collaborate and work together?
So in forming this cross-functional team, I've also created a weekly call, and we do a readout once a week to CEO and our leadership team. And so this is looking at tracking really all of the activities that are going on amongst the team. They are responsible for putting together the opportunities and really working together. And so without this cross-functional team, the functions were working in a silo. Bringing them together, we're seeing a lot of new success and a lot of new ways in which they're collaborating and sharing information together.
Okay, so there should be a shorter sales cycle and faster, right? Accelerating the whole sales success.
Exactly, yes.
Okay,
yep.
Great. Avaya has this perception, because it's been around for a long time, and there might be a certain perception around Avaya, but I think Avaya actually has made a lot of innovation, and maybe you can address the new Avaya.
Absolutely. So Avaya has large enterprises and has primarily supported customers for communications and contact center who are looking for a highly secure, highly scalable, highly reliable set of platforms and applications. And we've built on top of that also a cloud infrastructure that allows those customers to go in what we call a private cloud.
Okay.
It's not a public cloud. So a public cloud can really support more of the mid-market customers and the SMB, the small, medium-sized businesses. And so we're supporting that target segment as well now with our public cloud offerings.
Okay.
And so we have what we call sort of a hybrid approach, which is allowing our customers to really be able to migrate their applications to the cloud when they're ready. Or for enterprise customers, if they want to move into something that is still very secure, they can move into our data centers and into our private cloud infrastructure.
I see. So the options are there for those that want a private cloud, those who are comfortable with public cloud.
Yeah, and some of the advanced applications like artificial intelligence, for example, that's all cloud-based.
Okay.
So from the new Avaya perspective, we have the support of customers who want to maintain their infrastructure on premises, but as they want to adopt their applications into cloud models where, quite frankly, there's a lot of operational efficiencies, time to market to get new releases, and be able to support their environment much more effectively, they can start to use those new applications in the cloud from Avaya.
Okay, that's exciting to hear. I'm glad to hear that. So what is the most exciting initiative for you now?
So right now, the most exciting initiative is to bring it all together, right? Really, digital transformation is a way in which we're growing the business, and the way in which we can do that through the Verint partnership is one initiative, but we've got a number of other areas as well. So we've got all of our new devices. We've got things like the huddle room where we can bring groups of folks together. We've got new innovations around our contact center through omni-channel and ways in which we're better supporting our customers.
Okay, well, that's great to hear. And I appreciate you sharing, giving us an update on Avaya, the new Avaya.
Thank you, Jessica.
It's been a pleasure to talk with you, and I'm sure the audience has learned a lot too. So thank you very much for being on the show, and we welcome you back whenever there's some new developments you'd like to share with us.
I will do. Thank you.
There you have it. Take it up with Jessica Lee. Thanks for watching.